So, guys, topic of the day. I mean, there's so many topics and so many things on my mind, and I've been talking with my friends all day, and we just had so many discussions. I wish I could video everything with everyone's opinions so you can see what everyone thought. However, I'll try and put it all together. So basically, we're talking about. I was talking about rules. I said I don't get it why they're like rules in relationships. Why do we have to have like guidelines? Is there any rule book of what works and what doesn't work? I personally don't think there's a rule book for what works and what doesn't work. I personally think it's fine if boy meets girl, boy likes girl, girl likes boy. Then, anyone can call anyone. You know how in Nigeria, especially babes, they do this thing of, this guy's been talking to you, and in all honesty, you like him, or you like conversations with him, you like talking to him on the phone, and you miss him, like you haven't heard from him all day. Why is it not okay for you to pick up your phone and call him? Why isn't it okay for you to text him and say, hi, how are you doing? Hope you're great. We're just thinking about you. Or you just crossed my mind. Or I missed you. What's the big deal? It's like, no, you can't do that. Like, you look so desperate. Or you look like you're all over him. Wait for the guy to call you first. Like you're on your phone and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I really feel like talking to him. Well, because you're the girl, you're not supposed to call him. Like you have to just sit and wait for him to call you. Literally, you're looking at the time like, oh my god, it's been all day, he hasn't called me. Whoever made those rules? For those of you who've done that, how well has it worked for you? Like seriously, how well? I mean, I'm sure it's worked for some of you, but is that really the way things should be? Like, is there a rule that says, as a girl, you can't call first? And for guys, please, if you've had girls who have stepped out of the box and called you or checked up on you or said they missed you or they liked you, did you think they were desperate? Did you think they were all over your case? Did you think, this guy's a bit too forward, or I beg, let me run? Like seriously, I'm curious about that. I would like to know because it's a trend. And then people build walls. I sent my friend today. She said how if a guy starts talking to her, even if she likes talking to him, she's not gonna call him back or start being the one to call in the beginning until he's shown her enough reason to want to do that, i.e. until he's shown her that he's serious about her, she's not just another girl, and he's put a lot of energy and effort in trying to reach her often, then she can consider calling him back. But if he's in the beginning and yes, we've talked a few days and he's the one who's called, he should keep calling because literally he should keep doing the chase. I don't know, like, I feel it's such an African mentality, I don't think people in the Western world think like this. I just think why can't things just be so simple? You know what I mean? Why can't I meet you and think you're a great guy because we had great conversations in the cafeteria or in the bus stop, and you thought I made great conversations too, and we took each other's numbers. Why can't I be the first to send a message and say, hey, how you doing? It was nice meeting you today. Why can't you be the first and I reply you straight away? Or why can't you be the first and you call me for 2 days and then next day you're probably really busy at work or you got, drifted away? Why can't I text you back? Why do I have to wait for you to be the only one calling and texting for the first 1 week before I think it's okay for me to start calling you back? Like, whoever made these rules? I'm still asking. Is there like a book? Is there like a Bible on how a relationship should go, or who should do the chasing, or how long the guy has to do the chasing before you respond? It's so unfair because I feel like some people really do like people in the beginning. Like you kick off okay, but then because of these rules, you're not allowed to express your feelings. Like you really want to get this guy this thing for his birthday, but it's too early. You guys have only been talking for 3 months. It will look like you're being too forward. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I guess some guys are assholes. And I guess some African guys take advantage of people. Like, oh, okay, she's doing all of this. Okay, now she should carry on. Let's ride her or something. But what about the great guys out there? This is unfortunate for the terrible guys who's messed it up. But what of the good guys? And I think it's unfair to judge one guy by the book or, judge him according to what the other guy did wrong. Everyone is an individual. And I think everyone deserves a chance to be judged on an individual basis. So I think if you really do like someone, even if he doesn't like you back that much, or even if you like a girl and she doesn't like you as much, I don't think you should be considering all this. Oh, I don't spend all my money, I don't spend all my time on this babe, and she might not really like me. There might be 3 other guys on her case. She might just be using me to catch trips. Feelings and love and emotions are from the heart. And if you genuinely care about someone in the beginning, go all out and show them. I don't think they should be hold bads on these things. Like, it's her birthday, you want to buy her an amazing pair of shoes, but you don't think you guys have gotten to that stage yet. If you think the shoes will look good and she deserves it, and you genuinely want to buy it, you can afford it, go ahead and buy it. Knock yourself out. Like, don't listen to what people have to say. Oh, that babe, she could just use you. She could just save your name as Mugu, blah, blah, blah. Fair enough, she might do. Fair enough, she might not. You don't have to. I mean, there's one time this guy liked me, and every time I say something about money, like, oh, I need money for this, not literally to him, just complaining openly or loud, or I said something like, Nigerian guys just don't like to spend money on babes. They think every girl is a runs girl or a user or materialistic or whatever. He said to me, I no go spend money on people until I'm sure saying I'm woman I won't marry or something like that. I only spend money on woman when to be my wife. Something funny like that. And I'm saying to myself, okay, so you're asking me out, you're trying to get with me, and you're telling me how you don't waste money on a babe if she's not your wife. So it's magic. Like, I'm trying to become your wife overnight before you start spending money. Like, who talks like that? Well, a lot of guys talk like that, but who in the right senses and without any prejudice or bias think like that? Like, it's terrible. I think if I really like someone and it's his birthday, or I just really want to get him something, I see something really nice, oh my god, it'll look good on he, her, who, I get it. People might think, oh, no, you're too forward, or people might think that's just you being too desperate, or he'll think you're trying to buy him over. So that's bullshit. I'm sorry. Forgive my French. That's a whole lot of bollocks. Because, I mean, see, you can do all these nice things to a guy who you like, and he might turn out to be an amazing guy and like you right back and do even more. You might also still do all these things to a guy who you like, and he'll turn out to be a douchebag who will just use you, ride you, take all your gifts and hike, or take your money and spend on another girl. Doesn't mean you shouldn't. I'll give you a typical story. So there's this guy who was talking to someone I know, and they were getting on quite alright, and I mean, it was quite early in the talking version, and he was talking about how he didn't have enough money to finish up some things he was doing in the house or something, and he's talked to his friend, and his friend is going to get back to him with some of the money, but his friend hadn't gotten back to him. So just randomly out of the blues, he says, babe, do you think you can borrow me some money? I mean, she said, okay, we've only been talking for what, a month or so, and you're asking me for money? Who does that? And when she said that to me, I said, well, yeah, I don't think I like guys who ask babes for money. I mean, I'm sure he has friends, colleagues, cousins he could ask. But he's talking to you guys are in that good environment. It's fair enough for him to ask you to come over to his house. It's fair enough for you to cook for him if he asks nicely. It's okay for him to pick you up if you're stranded somewhere. But it's not fair for him to ask you for money. I mean, yeah, I'm not a fan of guys asking women for money. To be honest, sometimes it's a turn off. But I also think that if you can ask him for favors too, I don't see why he can't ask you. It might be too early, but what if he really needed cash? What if he's really in a dying situation? In my opinion, in her case, I don't even think it's about him being in a dying situation. I think sometimes about guys actually testing a girl. It's pretty much like, okay, I mean, let me see if she can stick her head out for me. Let me see if she cares enough. Let me see if she gives a damn. Let me see if I don't have, is she going to be able to help? I mean, yes, fair enough. I know what you're saying. It's too early. Like, we've never been dating. It's not even up to 6 months. We're not married. It's none of my business if he's testing me. If I feel too bad, you should take a hike. But sometimes it just might be a little fair test. He just wants to know, are you actually supportive, or do you care enough? And, at the end of the day, after all my talk, I think she gave him some of the money. I think he needed a certain amount, and she gave him like 1/4 of it. It wasn't much, but she's like, oh, babes, I really don't have right now, but this is all I can. And he said, oh, I'm really grateful. Thank you very much, blah, blah, blah. And he took it. I don't think he really used it. I think it was honestly a test, because then after like a week, he called her back and said, oh, I'm so grateful. Sorted everything out. I'm going to transfer the money back to you. She's like, oh, no, it's fine. I gave it. She's like, he's like, babes, it's not fine. Anyway, she refused to give him account number. I think she showed up to see him like a week later or something, and he gave her an envelope, and the envelope had the money she gave him like ×5. And he's like, thanks, babes. And then he sat her down and he told her about how it was a test, and he just wanted to know how supportive, that he didn't need the money. He just took it, but he kept it. And so it looks like he actually needed it, and then he's gonna give it right back to her more. And he was so grateful. He was excited, and he was convinced. All his convictions had come into play with that little act. I mean, yes, I know it sounds like a Nollywood movie or something out of the blues, but the point is, I don't think there should be a rule book for relationships. Guys, seriously, if you're being an ass and taking the piss or taking advantage of a girl, and girls have gotten a bit fed up or being too careful, you're messing up another good guy. And the truth is, you might think you're an ass, right? But tomorrow you're going to fall deeply in love with another girl, and you're going to want her to treat you nicely, and by then she would be the ass. So trust me, karma is kind of a bitch. So I think everyone should really be open your conscience. I told my friends today, I think you guys should have an open heart. Don't be so clogged up about the trends and what guys do and what guys don't do. Should be told, you might be so careful and build all your fences and walls. And some terrible guys who are just determined to prove a point would do everything you want, would stay there. If it takes 3 months or 4 months or 6 months to break your walls, they would do it, and they would break those walls. And once they get access into your heart, maybe they would treat you like trash if they always wanted to do that. If that was a game plan, you would still be treated like trash. So waiting 6 months, 8 months, 1 year to find out makes absolutely no difference. That's my opinion, though. I mean, someone who's a scam can be a scam forever. Someone who's genuine will be genuine forever. Point is, don't be too restrictive. Don't be over careful with things like this. I mean, think with your head and not your heart, like they say, but at the same time, be open-minded, okay? If you can and you have, I mean, think of these guys as charity. Oh, guys, if it's a babe, think of her as charity. If you can afford it, I don't think you should borrow money or break your neck to help a guy or a guy you're dating. But if you genuinely can afford it and you're not going to lose a lot from helping him out, I think you should just go on ahead and do it. Do it from your heart. If you turn out to be an ass, all well and good. Safe journey. Bye-bye. God will sort it out. If you turn out to be an amazing guy, you're luck, like my friend. So all I'm saying is, don't have a rule book. Don't determine how many days you have to wait before you ever call him back the first time. Don't have like the movie I watched in the cinema. What's it called again? Diary of a Lagos Girl. So the guy calls her. She's dying to hang out with this guy. She can't wait for him to ask her on a date, and he does. And then she goes like, I don't know if I'm free on that Saturday. Let me check my schedule. Oh, it's really tight, but I'll see if I can squeeze you in between 6 and 7. Is that fine? Baby is doing absolutely nothing. She'll be at home watching a Nigerian movie. But she has to form so the guy doesn't think she's that desperate or she's been sitting by the phone waiting for the call. Oh, this is, in my opinion, bollocks. If you like him, if he calls you out, yes, I will go out with you. Sound excited if you want to. If he's the one, he would be the one. And if he's not the one, baby, no lost love. I mean, counting as a loss, dust yourself, pick yourself up, and keep walking. I'm not even joking. Keep walking. No one determines your destiny or your happiness. You might be sad for a day or two. You might cry. You might go on your bed. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, all these things pass. I beg, after 1 week, you'll even forget his name. So, don't lose the right one because of the wrong ones. There will be many wrong ones. Loads of frogs to be kissed. But then the right one will come along and it will make a whole lot of sense. So, till I come your way again, keep an open heart. Love as much as you can because you have a lot of love in there to go around. And the Lord will guide you. Pray to God all the time. It works for me a lot. When I ask God, tell me if this is a waste of time, they kind of evaporate pretty much. So, yeah. Till I come your way next time, keep an open heart. Keep loving everyone. And remember, God will bless you. Now, till next time, keep following me. Actually, follow my channel on YouTube. I just talk about random stuff some days. Sometimes I just want to tell you guys how I'm doing and if I'm happy or not, or if I'm sad, share my sadness or my happiness with me. I told people in my other videos that I'm your cure to high BP. So if you don't have high blood pressure, that's fine. Use me for laughs or use me to just make yourself happy because you think I'm cute. I know I am cute. Or show someone else who has high BP, someone who's stressed. Make them laugh a little bit. It might not be what I'm saying, but it might be the way I'm saying it, or my eyes, or my looks. But anyway, something must make you happy or make you laugh, because I find something to make me happy and make me laugh every day. So until I come your way again for the last time, stay blessed, have an amazing day, an amazing night, and a great rest of the week. I love you all, and see you next time. Remember, follow my channel at Adoromodo or Adoromodo on YouTube, or follow my show page, which is themissdshow.com. I love you all, and goodbye.